Hi everybody, it's Hilary here from We Love Smart Keto. How great to see you here. We're broadcasting here to the page and also to the group, and I think also on YouTube, so that's pretty exciting. And what I want to talk to you today is about stress and how stress can hijack our weight loss journey with keto and what we can do about that. And it's sometimes a cause of a stall. So give me a like if stress is something you want to be able to manage better in your life. Great to have you on the group with us here today. And really the reason we're going to be talking about it is because particularly in this day and age, our life is pretty stressful with everything that's going on in the world. And, particularly you've got a household to manage, maybe you've got kids or grandkids or, family members that you need to assist. It can be a bit of a juggle. And sometimes we find ourselves in a weight loss stall, not sure what's happening, and we can't figure out, why we're not getting the results that we want to see. And one of those reasons can be because of stress in our lives. And you're like, well, hang on a minute, how does stress, work into all of these things? Well, it's because, of course, we are not just about physics. We're not just about calories in, calories out. It's not a simple equation. We are human beings, not human mechanics. And so it's about physiology, not physics. And while we know that keto is about keeping our insulin levels low, that hormone that we need to keep low by not having sugar or starches in our diet or having very few in our diet, that's not the only hormone in our bodies. And another hormone, a long-term stress hormone that we have in our bodies, is cortisol. And cortisol is a contributor to keeping our insulin levels high. If we keep our insulin levels high, we keep the fat in our fat cells, and our body won't let our body release. If we have high insulin levels, our body won't release those fat from our fat stores very easily. So if we keep our cortisol levels low, then it enables us to keep our insulin levels low, and therefore helps our body to release the fat from our fat cells. So when it goes off and goes, where am I going to get the energy from? Let me see, there's no sugar to be had because you haven't been eating sugary or starchy foods. It's used up all its own internal glycogen, so its own stores of sugar. It's like, well, let's go to the snack cupboard. That's right, the snack cupboard is the fat cells in our body, so let's get them from there. So that's the reason that we want to keep stress low. So tell me in the comments low stress. If you want to keep your stress levels low, put down low stress or no stress. So a little bit of stress in our bodies is good. We'd never do anything challenging if we didn't have a bit of stress in our lives, but we want to keep it as low as possible and to a healthy range, not a freak out kind of range. So give me a low stress in the comments if that's what you'd like to achieve. So let's talk about some of the hows. Okay, it's very easy to say, look, I know I need to keep my stress levels down, but look, that's really hard with, I have to work, I have to keep the family going, maybe you've got a bit of extra financial pressure. Like, it's really not the easiest. Yeah, low to no stress, Alex, that's what we want. And sounds like you've really been achieving that with some of the parties that you've been having with your neighborhood. That's a perfect thing to be doing. A lovely way to keep, keeping connected is a really great way to keep stress down. So let's talk about some of the other ways that we might keep stress down. Well, do we need to be doing 1 hour yoga meditations every day in order to keep our stress levels down? Well, if you have the time and the space to do that, obviously that's a great way to do it. But not all of us have the space to do that, and also for some of us, just trying to clear our minds, keep our minds empty in itself can be a stress. It is a good thing to do, but we do have what we call the monkey mind. Sometimes when we're trying to keep our stress levels low, it's like, oh, am I doing it right? Am I concentrating? Am I meditating properly? Am I doing it okay? If meditation is your thing, then fantastic, very well recommended. And you don't need fancy equipment for it. It can be just as simple as just sitting down, sitting upright, and taking 5 minutes, 2 minutes even is good. Just closing the eyes, concentrating on the breathing. Don't need any extra equipment, don't need any extra guidance. If you'd like to, listen to some guided meditation, that's also a fantastic thing to be doing. So what else can we do? Well, getting out, as I talked about last week, getting out for a walk in nature, that's really important too. Even if that's just outside and around in your neighborhood, and go out, don't take work phone calls, put your or phone calls that you don't need to take. Just put your phone on silent. If you want to listen to some music or listen to a podcast that's relaxing, not a stressful one, if you like to do that and it's safe to do so, then do that. That's what I like to do a lot. Just really take that time for yourself. This is time for you. Other ways to get relaxation, reduce the stress, is to do a hobby that you really, really enjoy. Maybe something that's a little bit challenging, but not too difficult. There's a time and a place for learning. This is, doing something that you enjoy doing, whether it's craft. And I know we have some members that absolutely love their craft. Doing some craft, something that you enjoy doing. I like to also, maybe put on some loud music and dance and sing, a song that I know really well, and just dance and sing around the living room. That's a fantastic way to get some of that that stress out of our lives. So doing an activity, going for a walk, doing a bit of mindful meditation. Doing something that we really, really enjoy, just getting into our bodies, using our bodies, moving, really, really helpful for reducing stress, but perhaps not something that's really challenging. That's a different kind of stress, which is also can be a good stress, but that's not the sort of stress we're talking about here in terms of trying to get our cortisol levels low. I know for me, particularly when my daughter was a baby, I pretty much had no spare time at all. So you might be saying, well, that's great, but every minute of every day is really mapped out, and I'm super busy, and I absolutely get that. I really, and I honor and respect that. So if that happens, if that's the situation that you're in, then just think about what's a routine task that you have to do every day. So it might be something simple like the washing up, or packing the lunchbox, something like that. A simple, making the bed, a simple task that you have to do every day that doesn't take a very long time, and you can almost do it on automatic. And what I'd suggest that you do with that is actually just do that mindfully. Like just if it's doing the dishes, for example, just notice the way in which the water goes over the dish, the way in which you wipe the dish. Do it mindfully and just notice every movement that you make, and just focus on that. Don't think about the other things that are going on in your life just for those moments, and just really just take that moment to really focus, movement by movement, washing, putting the dish in the water, wiping the dish, rinsing the dish off, putting the dish into the dish rack, drying the dish afterwards. Just really notice and make each of those movements deliberate. And it only takes a few minutes. And, if somebody interrupts you, that's fine. That's fine. You've got another dish to wash. Just do it again with the next dish, and just really focus on just slowing down and taking the time to do that. So for you, what's the thing that you like to do daily, a daily practice that really helps you relax? Is it going for a walk? Is it doing some exercise? Is it doing some craft? Just give me a comment. Put in the comments what it is for you. For me personally, it's taking the dog for a walk every day at lunchtime. He comes and tells me it's time to go, and we go most days. Very occasionally we can't go, but I normally go, and we just go 25 minutes, always the same route. We know it like the back of our hands. The dog knows all the corners. He knows all the places to stop and to sniff, and I know where he's going to stop and where he's going to sniff. And I just take that time out of my day for myself. I put my phone on silent. So tell me, what is it that you do? So what we're going to do now is I just want to show you kind of like, it's always good to have like an emergency de-stress technique. So say you're out and about, I don't know, maybe you've gone shopping or you're somewhere and you sort of feel like you're feeling a bit stressed and you need a moment to de-stress, but you can't sit down and close your eyes or do anything like that, and it's not appropriate to go off for a walk. You need to be where you are. So I just want to show you a really quick and simple technique for reducing stress in the moment. And I find this a very helpful technique. You don't need any special equipment. You don't need anybody helping you. And they won't even notice that you're doing it if you're out in public. So let me just show you this really simple technique. You're going to be blown away by how easy it is. And some of you probably know the technique already, and it's just called box breathing. And so what we do with it is we breathe in and count to 4, and then we hold our breath for 4, and then we breathe out for 4, and then we hold our breath for 4. So if you can imagine, it's like a box. You inhale, hold, breathe out, hold your breath, and then repeat. So we're just, Alex, crocheting or just going outside for 10 to 15, yes, 10 to 15 minutes while alone. Fantastic. That's a really great, a couple of really great strategies to use. So if you'll indulge me, let's just do this box breathing together. We're going to do 3 rounds. I'm going to talk you through it. So are you ready? It doesn't matter if there are people around. It's a really simple technique to use. So if you're ready, then let's begin. So breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4, that's 1, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold at the bottom for 4, last one, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4. Okay, and then you can just shake it off a little bit. And I wonder what you notice. How do you feel different? Personally, I feel a lot calmer just from doing those 3 simple breaths. And, I'm not with anybody right now, but if I was, I'm sure they wouldn't have noticed that I did it. And I just feel my heart rate slow down a bit, and I just feel that a little bit calmer and, ready to face the world again. How does it make you feel? Just tell me in the comments the difference that you've noticed from doing that breathing exercise. So let's just recap. So one of the challenges with keto is that sometimes we don't get the weight loss that we're expecting. We get to a bit of a plateau, and then we can't seem to. We're doing all the right things. We're following our macros. We're doing 16/8 eating, or not eating for 16 hours and eating in an 8-hour window. We're doing all the things that we're told to do, and yet we're still not getting the results. And so the consequence of that is we can get pretty frustrated. Maybe we might stay on the plan, but then we might start to get a bit frustrated and maybe not follow our intended keto lifestyle properly because it's not working, and then you end up in a sort of a yo-yo situation where you go away and you come back, and it's not a good solution. We find different ways to cope. Maybe we change this bit of our diet or that bit of our diet. Or maybe we say, well, it's not important. I'll do it, in 6 months' time. It's not the right time now. So the cure for it, I think, is not to change necessarily what we're eating or how we're eating or when we're eating. It's actually partly that frustration itself, that stress itself, that's the cause of or a contributor perhaps to the stall. So the cure for it is to really just slow down, find something that helps us relax. And if you want to find more of those kind of tips, we have, obviously I come on the group I try to get in 3 times a week and talk to you about some of these things in the group. Today we're live on the page as well. And so if you'd like to see some of our other material that we have, some of the other tips that we do in the group, please come over and join. If you're not a member already, please come over and join We Love Smart Keto, the group. So that's just facebook.com/groups/We Love Smart Keto, all in one word. And we really enjoy our members. We have great support. I know we've got some members on at the moment watching this live. So please do tell us how you like the group. We've had some great feedback on the group. So please let us know in the comments and encourage others to come join us. That would be wonderful. And we'll be back in the group later in the week with some more tips. So we love our members in the group. So we love Smart Keto. We also try and do our keto in a smart way. And reducing your stress is one of the smart ways. Alex has got a comment about box breathing. It's always helped, and I learned it years ago, and you use it all the time. Well, that's fantastic. I haven't taught you anything new today, Alex, but hopefully it's a great reminder of just what an effective technique it is. And thanks for sharing that and adding to that comment. It is a really fantastic and such a simple technique. So as I said, please do come across and join us in the group. The people who are in the group are fantastic contributors. We run a weekly prize, and I almost forgot, this week it's Terry Hastings with wonderful contributions that Terry's made this week. So thanks, Terry. Oh, Alex, thank you. Alex is saying it's a wonderful group, very friendly, caring, and kind. And that's exactly what we want it to be. We want to be, a caring, kind, and smart. The way that we do things is evidence-based from the science and also from some of the things that I've learned through coaching for many years. So wonderful to have you here today. Have a great evening, rest of your evening or rest of the day. And we'll see you next time in We Love Smart Keto. Thanks, guys. Bye.